Hey guys, we are doing a review on a game that actually came out back in 2013 called Gone Home. It's been recently re-released on PlayStation 4 and it is now available on the PlayStation Network if you have the Plus
Hi,
membership,
Mom.
free of
So I got
charge.
my ticket home from Europe. I get back on June 6th, but it's a really late flight because that was the cheapest, so it gets in at midnight. But don't worry, I'll get a shuttle from the airport so you don't have to pick me up. Like, really seriously, you don't have to. Okay, so love you. See you soon. Bye.
So what Gone Home is essentially is a first-person game, and you play the role of Katie. Katie's coming home. She's 21 after a year of traveling the world. And to say she's coming home, she's never been to this particular home because it's the new home her family's moved into, which used to belong to her uncle, and we're not quite sure how he died, but there seems to be some backstory to that they don't fully explore. Once she gets home, nobody can be found anywhere, so she goes through the house room by room, trying to put the pieces of the story together, figure out where her family is. Now, as Katie goes through the house and finds more and more artifacts, she finds out more of what's going on with her family. But the best part of this game, for me personally, is the storytelling and the acting.
Oh my god. You are so lucky you finished high school before we moved into this house. So, it's the first day of school, and there I am, introducing myself to the class. And I say that I just moved into the house on Arbor Hill. All of a sudden, every kid in the room turns and just stares like I suddenly transformed into a mutant. I just stood there, wishing pretty hard for a rewind button. Because now maybe nobody knows my name, but they all know who I am. The Psycho House girl. Great.
So as Katie continues going through the house, trying to find where her sister Sam is at, and this is really a story about Sam more than anything, but you do piece together details about her mom, her dad, their relationship, what's going on with Sam, and basically why the hell nobody's at home when she returns after a year-long trip.
It's weird hanging out with girls. Daniel was around ever since I was little, and other girls? I don't know. But being around Lonnie is like instantly just right. I gave her the grand Psycho House tour and took my revenge on Super Nintendo. And it was like, I don't know, I finally found someone I feel normal around. I drove her home and she gave me this tape and said, "You have got to listen to this." I haven't stopped playing it since.
Well, as Katie continues to try and find out what's happened to her family, eventually, in this dark, creepy house in the middle of a thunderstorm, she heads into the basement. Alright, I'm not going to give anything away, don't worry about that. If you've not played this game, it's free of charge for this month if you have the PlayStation Network membership. It only takes about 4 gigs, if that, of memory up, so I would highly recommend you get it for that price. When I looked at the reviews, it was mixed. A lot of the critics gave this thing extraordinarily high marks, and a lot of the users trashed this game. What I think a lot of people keep losing sight of is that the video game market has evolved. There's an adult audience out there, and companies like this are catering to them. And what they want is to have a story that they participate in. They are looking for good writing, good directing, acting, and something. It's like going to the movies and being able to participate in the film and the storyline, and that's what you get with this, much like you get with The Last of Us. And when you look at that, also 3 or 4 years old, but still a top seller. Why? Because the story is amazing, the acting is amazing. Does it have a multiplayer that's geared towards that younger shooter crowd? Of course it does. And guess what? That's amazing too. This is a great, simple story, which will take you about 2 hours, the same as a movie. So what I'll say is this: if you're into storytelling, if that's what your thing is, first off, if you've got PlayStation Network and you have the membership, it's a free game. You can't go wrong with that. I think the story was really well done. The fact that you never see another character and you have all these vocal memos left behind, and the acting and the voice acting itself is so good. It's compelling. It's truly good work. I enjoyed this thing. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm giving this an 8. Check it out. I think you'll like it.
The sunset light in this house is the saddest thing I've ever seen. I just want to sleep. When I'm in the attic, it almost feels like Lonnie could still be here. She's just downstairs. I'm just waiting to hear her pull down the hatch and come running up. Maybe I'll go up to the attic and wait.